I set up Raw and Smackdown with WWE action figures. Let's check it out.
What's up, guys? The phenomenal AJ Styles, and you're watching Bretto live.
The stage is set for King of the Ring, but before we get there, we gotta talk about Monday Night Raw and Friday Night Smackdown here in this weekend review action figure setup on this beautiful Saturday morning. We're gonna be starting off with Monday Night Raw. Oh, check out that brand new Lexington, Kentucky sold out John Cena t-shirt. Oh, it is beautiful. We're starting off with Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw this week was from Columbus, Ohio. Crowd was hot, bro. Shout out to anybody who was in this crowd. Yeah. Seth Rollins and his faction opened up the show, and Seth Rollins made it very, very clear that we are all looking at the future of WWE in his faction. It is his vision. He is the creator. I'm getting Messiah vibes from this Seth Rollins, like Monday Night Messiah 2020 vibes from this Rollins, very much so. But I am still very curious to see where this is going to go. Did get interrupted by Penta, and then we would jump into our opening match where Penta fought Braun Breaker. My one buddy Brody said this spear is in contention for one of the best spears of all time, and I couldn't agree more. First of all, match was amazing. Hard-hitting, back-and-forth action, a long match. Match had to have been like 20 minutes, and thank God it was. Bro, they were cooking! So Penta looked to do a little springboard off the ropes. Braun Breaker catches him in a mid-air mid-air spear. It was absolutely insane. He broke Penta in half. It literally looked like Penta broke his arm. His arm went limp. It was crazy. Braun Breaker would pin Penta. And he would win the match. 1, 2, 3. Braun Breaker sending a message to the entire locker room with that spear. And then Seth Rollins would also send a message to Penta telling Penta, don't step in the way of me and my group. This is your final warning. Oh my God. This was an awesome match, dude. This was so unfortunate. So you know how AJ Styles was supposed to face Dominic Mysterio for the Intercontinental Championship at Night of Champions? Well, the match is canceled because supposedly Liv Morgan wasn't the only one that got injured. Dominic Mysterio is injured as well, so the match was called off. AJ Styles still gets first in line when Dom is healed, but Dom is injured and the IC Championship match is off. And the New Day also have to defend their tag team titles next week up against the Judgment Days, JD and Finn. Goldberg had a little interview with Michael Cole. This was nothing too special. Basically, Goldberg just dropped the F-bomb trying to act all tough. But Goldberg, you ain't beating Gunther for that world title. There's no way in hell that happens. There's no way. If they were to put the title on Goldberg, I'd be very shocked. And they're calling it his last match. This is supposed to be his last match. Why would he win the world championship and retire with the championship? That doesn't make any sense. There's no way he beats Gunther. Well, you never know though. It's WWE. It was the final match in the Queen of the Ring tournament. Yes, I've been mixing up my king and queens over the past couple of videos. I apologize. It was Jade Cargill versus Roxanne Perez. I actually pleasantly enjoyed this match. Man, Roxanne Perez can move, bro. She is so good, and so is Jade. I enjoyed this match a lot. Stakes were high. Jade Cargill is going to pick up the victory with the Jaded after a powerbomb, so she doubled up there on Roxanne, pinned Roxanne, and now she has to face Asuka, and then that will ultimately determine who will be Queen of the Ring. Look at this little plastic box I got it in. Very, very cool. Gunther came out heated, so Gunther's going to walk out with a microphone dressed just like this. Little white t-shirt, some black pants. He came out. He meant business. He was digging into Goldberg, mentioning his family again. Gunther better watch his mouth, bro. Bill Goldberg, there's no way you beat me at Saturday Night Main Event, but it's gonna go down. Gunther basically just threatening Bill Goldberg. And what I found so crazy about this promo is the crowd was cheering him. Every time Gunther would bash Bill Goldberg, the crowd would cheer, and I found it so funny. This Columbus, Ohio crowd was hilarious. So it's an Intercontinental Championship match here in the women's side of things. It was Becky Lynch versus Bayley for the title. Match was actually really decent between these two. Lyra Valkyria is going to come out and kind of get involved when she didn't really have to. Well, she was trying to help Bayley, but at the same time, she kind of screwed Bayley because Lyra would get pissed with Becky Lynch, so she'd just start throwing hands with Becky. That would cause a disqualification. And then Bayley doesn't get her title, man, and Becky Lynch retains. So Lyra was pissed with Bayley. Bayley was pissed with Lyra, so this is definitely going to be turning into a triple threat match here in the future. I guarantee it, man. Raquel Rodriguez is pissed off. Ever since the Liv Morgan injury, Raquel has been heated, so she's going to come out, start firing words. She calls out Rhea Ripley. Here comes Rhea. Rhea don't back down from no fight. So Rhea's gonna run down to the ring, look to put Raquel Rodriguez through a table, but here comes Roxanne. So Roxanne's gonna run out, help Raquel Rodriguez take out Rhea Ripley. That would lead to Rhea Ripley getting sent through the Slim Jim table, and look at these two, man. Liv once again out of the picture. She's not filming a movie this time. She's actually injured, which is really sad. Get well soon, Liv. But Roxanne Perez is kind of, you know, sliding in the place of Liv, and she's gonna cuddle up right next to Raquel here. I was like, oh man, Roxanne Perez is gonna steal Liv's spot, bro. Not good, not good. Karrion Kross decided to get in the face of Sami Zayn one more time, but this time, Sami Zayn wasn't having it. He would punch Karrion Kross right in the face and let him know that the match is official. They're going one-on-one at King and Queen of the Ring. So look at that. Kross has got a PLE match. That's pretty cool. And our main event of the show, it was the final match in the King of the Ring tournament. It was Jey Uso versus Cody Rhodes, best friends fighting it off for an opportunity to become king and a future world championship opportunity. This match was so good, back and forth, even to the point where we saw Jey Uso hit a crossroads on Cody Rhodes. That was awesome. A crazy Cody cutters in this match, just amazing stuff. But in the end, we would see Cody Rhodes stoop to another level to win this match. Like, Jey put it, everything he had on the line. Super kicks, frog splash, spear. Cody got up like nothing. I was like, what the heck? But Cody's gonna win. Hit the crossroads on Jey and pin Jey. Cody is one step closer to becoming King of the Ring. It's gonna be Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton at King and Queen of the Ring, and we shall see what happens. I'm very curious. Look at my little Stardust custom over here. Very, very cool, right? That was Monday Night Raw from Columbus, Ohio. My favorite match is gonna be Jey Uso versus Cody Rhodes, all right? That match hit, bro. I enjoyed the living hell out of that match. Favorite moment is gonna be the Braun Breaker spear to Penta. Ranking the entire show to 10, I'm gonna give it a solid 7 out of 10. Let's jump into the blue brand, Smackdown. I'm the Punkathugonomics, and I'm here to talk about Smackdown from Riyadh. So let's go. Let's talk about Smackdown, bro. Setup style. I'm dressed as Punk Life up in the Bretto Life studio. We're gonna talk about Smackdown. Let's get it from Riyadh. Man, I really hope that John Cena farewell t-shirt goes up on WWE Shop, man. The purple one he was wearing, it hasn't went up yet. I'm a little worried that it's exclusive to Riyadh. Oh, I'm a little worried about that. Opening up the show with Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton going back and forth with words, and they are fighting over the crown today, actually, at Night of Champions. This was a pretty solid promo. Randy Orton basically just saying, I will do any means necessary to beat you, Cody Rhodes. I mean any means necessary. And Cody Rhodes wouldn't have it any other way. This is going to be a heck of a match. We would jump right into Jimmy Uso versus JC Mateo. Unfortunately, Solo Sikoa would pull Jimmy Uso's leg, allowing for JC Mateo to pick up the victory over Jimmy Uso. After the match, Solo Sikoa is going to try to recruit Jimmy Uso by saying, hey, we were family. Let's do this one more time. Just join me, Jimmy. And then Jimmy's obviously going to say, hell no to that. So they just start attacking Jimmy Uso. And then here comes Fatu. Jacob Fatu runs down to help out Jimmy Uso, and they kind of shared a mutual respect eventually backstage. So that's pretty cool. But I'd love to see a tag team match, bro. JC Mateo and Solo versus Jimmy and Jacob Fatu. Selena Vega versus Julia. This was for the Women's United States Championship. Match was okay. I actually pleasantly enjoyed it, and Julia skated by with the victory, man. I wish I could say it caught me off guard, but it didn't, because I was spoiled on Instagram earlier in the day, because this Smackdown was pre-recorded, so I was spoiled that Julia beat Selena Vega, so I was kind of surprised, but not really at the same time, because I knew it was going to happen. But it was still a really solid match. Julia skates by with the victory and wins her first main roster title, so hey, good for Julia, even though I'm not the biggest fan of her. I'm more of a fan of Selena Vega, but hey, that's alright. Jade Cargill, similar to Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton in the beginning of the show, they were basically just fighting over the crown, saying, okay, I'm going to win it. No, I'm going to win it. Nobody's ready for Asuka, you know, the whole 9 yards. And then here comes Naomi. Naomi runs down with the Money in the Bank briefcase and says, hey, no matter who wins that crown, I have all the power here. I have all the power. Jade Cargill, while she was trying to get to Naomi, kind of pushed Asuka out of the way, so that kind of pissed off Asuka, so Asuka would attack Jade Cargill, beat her down, and get the last laugh on her before Night of Champions. So Andrade had to find a tag team partner to face Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa DIY, and who'd he find? He found Rey Fenix. Tag team match was absolutely goated, man. I actually enjoyed the heck out of this match. In the end, we did see some crazy teamwork from Andrade and Rey Fenix, leading to them actually picking up the victory, which I thought was really, really nice to see Andrade get a pinfall victory here over DIY, former tag team champions. So that's pretty cool. Am I the only one that thinks like Aleister Black is not in the wrong at all here for delivering this Black Master R-Truth? Obviously, last week, Aleister Black's match was interrupted. He never got his match. Aleister Black was trying to talk to Nick Aldis backstage, got interrupted by R-Truth. Like, R-Truth does not give a damn, bro. He is blinded by this obsession with John Cena. He comes out, you know, black hoodie and all, and he's like, I want John Cena now. I want John Cena now. And then Black sneaks up from behind, and Black masses R-Truth. I wouldn't consider this a heel turn from Black. Maybe an eventual heel turn, absolutely, but not right away. He's not just instantly heel. No, R-Truth deserved this, bro. He keeps disrespecting Black, and he doesn't even realize it. So Aleister Black drops R-Truth. Damian Priest was kind of pissed off about it, but I'm on Black's side here. This was so stupid, man. Street Profits defended their WWE Tag Team Championships here on SmackDown. They fought Joe Gacy and Dexter Lumis of the Wyatt Six, and if it wasn't for the rest of the tag team division coming out, man, we would have new tag team champions. I guarantee you. I guarantee you the Wyatt Six would be tag team champions right now if it wasn't for Los Garza, MCMG, literally every single tag team on the roster, Fraxium, everybody came out and interrupted this match, and then it just ended in absolute chaos. Who would, come out of the brawl on top? Obviously the Street Profits, the champs. But yeah, they escaped. They escaped the Wyatt Six, bro. They are lucky the tag team division got involved because everybody's afraid of the Wyatt Six, bro. This match was so much fun. Nia Jax versus Tiffany Stratton, last woman standing for the WWE Women's Championship. I loved this match, bro. They absolutely knocked it out of the park. The amount of tables used in this match was crazy. No Slim Jim logo on the table, I believe, because they're overseas in Riyadh, so they can't put the Slim Jim logo on there. But this was a heck of a match. Nia Jax went through multiple tables. So did Tiffany Stratton, bro. Tiffany Stratton took a beating. Naomi actually came out during this match, too, and thought she could cash in. One of the most pathetic attempts at a cash-in I've ever seen. She wouldn't let go of the briefcase. She never gave it to the referee. She kept second-guessing, and luckily she did because she would get taken out. And then Tiffany Stratton would eventually pick up the victory after she sends Nia Jax through 2 tables on the outside. Nia Jax couldn't get back to her feet by the count of 10. Tiffany Stratton retains the title. And the cherry on top of this dang show, not only is SmackDown going to 2 hours next week, we top off the show with Punk Live. CM Punk comes out as Basic Thugonomics John Cena. This was top tier. This is unfortunately another thing that I got spoiled on social media, but it was still amazing to see CM Punk come out dressed as John Cena, interrupt John Cena's basic ass heel promo here, come out, absolutely cook John Cena, partially mentioning Nikki Bella, saying, "I'ma cook you, I'm Kendrick and you're Drake." I'm like, oh my god, what is going on? CM Punk was cooking, bro. Oh my god, this promo was so much fun. He literally came out to Basic Thugonomics. I thought that was just so freaking unique. I hope they sell John Cena's Riyadh t-shirt on WWE Shop. It's not up yet, and I'm worried about that. But you can get a Punk Life t-shirt. That's on WWE Shop right now, so go pull the trigger on a Punk t-shirt. But yeah, I did my best at a Punk Life custom right here. I did some swappage of some parts with an AEW figure. Put the Word Life brass knuckles on there, even though he had the drug-free brass knuckles, and I think it turned out fantastic. What are your thoughts in the comments? And that was Friday Night SmackDown from Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. I'm going to give this show a solid 7 out of 10. I thought it was an alright episode of SmackDown. A lot of action and Punk Life on top. Favorite moment? Punk Life. Easy. Favorite match? I'm going to give it to the tag team match with DIY, Andrade, and Rey Fenix. I actually really enjoyed that tag team match. And that's been the Week in Review. Enjoy Night of Champions. This is Bretto Live saying Live Life out.